Hello once again, I am Severo Talipo, a PhD student of the School of Advanced Education of Mountain Province State Polytechnic College. In this video, I'm going to present my report on global perspective in language education, a requirement in the subject Advanced Curriculum Development and Policy Planning in Language Education. Let's get started. In the era of unparalleled global connectivity, language education stands at a crossroads where cultural diversity, technological advancement, and educational transformations converge. Traditional paradigms in language teaching are evolving to meet the demands of an interconnected world. In this report, we will have a comprehensive exploration of the imperative to adopt international perspectives in language education. Particularly, I am going to discuss the following. First, importance of adopting global perspective in language education. Second, key international best practices in language education. Third, cross-cultural perspectives. And fourth, English in global education on policy, curriculum, and its impacts. Let's begin with the importance of adopting global perspectives in language education. In our increasingly interconnected world, the ability to communicate across cultures and languages is paramount. Language education, therefore, must shift its gaze beyond national borders and adopt a global perspective, one that recognizes the diverse linguistic landscapes and cultural contexts in which learning occurs. This necessitates embracing international best practices, innovative approaches that have proven effective in promoting language proficiency and intercultural understanding in different educational settings. Adopting global perspectives in this crucial field is vital for several compelling reasons. First reason is preparing learners for global citizenship. Embracing global perspective in language education develops the following among the learners. First, effective communication. Engaging with diverse languages and cultures equips students with cross-cultural communication skills, enabling them to bridge cultural gaps and navigate complex international interaction. Second, critical thinking. A global outlook nurtures students' ability to question cultural assumptions and critically analyze language within different contexts, fostering intellectual agility and adaptability. And third, empathy and respect. Exposure to diverse linguistic and cultural landscapes cultivates empathy and respect for different ways of life, laying the foundation for a more peaceful and inclusive global society. Second reason is enhancing learning through diverse context. Spousal of global perspective and language education develops the following among the learners. First, engaging experiences. Authentic materials in real-world contexts spark students' interest and make learning more relevant and meaningful. Second, deeper understanding. Exploring language through different cultural lenses enriches comprehension and encourages students to connect language with real-world applications. And third, critical language awareness. Examining how language is used and represented in different cultures develops students' critical awareness of language as a social construct, empowering them to make informed choices about their own language use. The third compelling reason for adopting global perspective in language education is the promotion of equity and inclusion. This is because adopting global perspective promotes the following. First, multilingualism. Recognizing and celebrating linguistic diversity encourages students to maintain and develop their mother tongues alongside other languages, promoting linguistic empowerment and social justice. Second is intercultural understanding. A global lens encourages open-mindedness and appreciation of different cultures, fostering inclusive learning environments and breaking down cultural barriers. And the third, challenging linguistic hegemony. Examining the historical and power dynamics underlying language use empowers students to critically analyze how language can be used to promote or challenge dominant ideologies. Adoption of global perspectives in language education is also benefiting educators through the following. First, professional development. Engaging with global perspectives can expand educators' knowledge and understanding of diverse cultures and languages, promoting them to reflect on their own teaching practices and develop more culturally relevant pedagogies. Second, collaboration and networking. A global outlook encourages collaboration with educators from other countries, sharing best practices and learning from different approaches to language teaching. Third is access to resources. The internet and digital technologies provide unprecedented access to global resources and learning materials, enriching educators' toolkits and diversifying classroom experiences. Adopting global perspectives in language education is not simply a trend, but a vital step towards preparing learners for success in a diverse world. By fostering global citizenship, enriching learning experiences, and promoting greater equity and inclusion, we can equip future generations with the linguistic and cultural skills needed to thrive in a connected and ever-evolving global landscape. Now, let's move on to the key international best practices in language education. Gaining global perspective for effective language education also requires embracing international best practices, innovative approaches proven successful in diverse educational contexts. These practices foster deeper language proficiency, intercultural understanding, and global citizenship. Here are some key examples. First, communicative language teaching. This focuses on real-world communication through authentic tasks and learner-centered activities. With this, students develop communication skills like fluency, accuracy, and interaction in meaningful contexts, not just grammar drills. Some examples are role plays, simulations, debates, and collaborative projects. Another is task-based learning. This uses realistic scenarios and problems to motivate students and develop language skills in practical contexts. The tasks requires planning, problem solving, and collaboration, promoting higher order thinking skills and communication skills. Some examples are planning a trip, solving a mystery, and organizing a school event. Another best practice is content in language integrated learning. This integrates language learning with subject matter like history or science, promoting both language proficiency and content knowledge. With this, students learn subject matter concepts through the target language, deepening their understanding of both content and language. Some examples are learning about climate change through English language scientific text and discussing historical events in French. Another best practice in language education is technology-enhanced language learning. This leverages digital tools and platforms to personalize learning, increase engagement, and facilitate collaborative activities. Here, technology provides access to authentic materials, interactive exercises, and opportunities for virtual exchange with native speakers. Some examples are language learning apps, video conferencing platforms, and interactive simulations. Intercultural competence development is another best practice in language education. This teaches students to understand and appreciate cultural differences, fostering respectful and effective communication across borders. With this, students learn about diverse cultural values, beliefs, and communication styles, developing critical thinking and empathy. Some examples are analyzing cultural representations in media, exploring comparative literature, and engaging in exchange programs. Now, let us move on to cross-cultural perspectives. Under this, we will talk about the following. First, cultural influences in language curriculum development. Second, challenges and benefits of cross-cultural perspective in language education. And third, strategies for successful integration of cross-cultural perspective. Let us begin with cultural influences in language curriculum development. Delving into the rich tapestry of how different cultures influence language curriculum development means unraveling a dynamic interplay between diverse cultural values, language needs, and educational priorities, shaping how language are taught and learned. Here are some key ways on how culture impacts curriculum developments. First, it influences curriculum content and skills. This can be seen or felt along the following. First, values and beliefs. Cultural values and beliefs permeate the content and skills prioritized in the curriculum. For example, a curriculum emphasizing respect for elders might include activities related to storytelling, oral traditions, and proverbs. Second, communication styles. Culturally specific communication styles influence how language skills are taught. A direct communication style might prioritize explicit instruction and feedback, while an indirect style might emphasize context in nonverbal cues. Another, literary practices. Diverse cultures have different literary practices, shaping reading and writing activities. A curriculum in oral culture might focus on storytelling and performance, while print-oriented culture might emphasize text analysis in written composition. Second, culture influences pedagogical approaches. This can be observed on the following. First, teaching methodologies. Cultural expectation for learning influence pedagogical approaches. A teacher-centered approach might be preferred in a hierarchical culture, while a learner-centered approach might resonate better in a collaborative culture. Next, assessment practices. Culturally sensitive assessment is crucial. Traditional written tests might not be suitable for oral cultures, and alternative methods like portfolio, assessment, or peer evaluations might be necessary. Third, teacher-student relationships. Cultural norms also shape teacher-student interactions. Familiarity or difference might be expected in some cultures, while others value open dialogue and student initiative. Another area that culture impacts along curriculum is language policy and power dynamics. This can be observed along the following. First, dominant languages. The presence of dominant languages and minority languages influences curriculum development. Decisions like whether focus on the national language or local language or an international lingua franca have complex cultural and political implications. Second is standardization versus localization. The tension between standardized curricula and localized adaptations based on cultural needs presents a challenging balance. Curriculum developers must navigate central policy mandates while ensuring relevance to local contexts. In third, intercultural understanding. Promoting intercultural understanding through language education requires conscious curriculum design. Engaging with diverse cultural representations, critical analysis of language use, and opportunities for intercultural dialogue can foster respect and empathy. Let's move to the challenges and benefits of cross-cultural perspectives in language education. Integrating cross-cultural perspectives into language learning offers a wealth of benefits, but also presents its own set of challenges. Let's dive into the both sides of this captivating coin. First, let's talk about the benefits. First, enriched understanding. Immersing students in diverse cultural contexts expands their worldviews and deepens their comprehension of language nuances. By comparing different perspectives, students develop a richer understanding of their own language and culture. Second, enhance critical thinking. Engaging with unfamiliar cultural norms and ideologies prompts students to question their own assumptions and analyze information critically. This fosters intellectual agility and adaptability, equipping them to navigate a complex and interconnected world. Third, empathy and respect. Experiencing diverse cultural expressions cultivates empathy and respect for different ways of life. Students learn to appreciate the beauty and value of cultural differences, promoting tolerance and intercultural understanding. Fourth, multilingual awareness and appreciation. Incorporating diverse languages and voices into the curriculum challenges the dominance of certain languages and celebrates linguistic diversity. This empowers students to to value their own languages and develop an appreciation for multilingualism. And fifth, preparation for global citizenship. In an increasingly interconnected world, preparing students for global citizenship is crucial. Integrating cross-cultural perspectives equips them with the skills and knowledge needed to communicate effectively, collaborate across cultures, and engage constructively in a globalized world. Now, we move on to the challenges, and these are the following. First, navigating bias and stereotypes. Acknowledging and overcoming pre-existing biases and stereotypes about different culture is crucial to avoid misinterpretations and discriminatory attitudes. This requires ongoing self-reflection and critical engagement with cultural representations. Second, understanding cultural nuances. Cultural meanings and communication styles can be subtle and complex. Educators need to address these nuances sensitively, ensuring students interpret cultural expressions accurately and respectfully. Third, power dynamics and inequalities. An equal power relation between cultures and linguistic dominance must be acknowledged to ensure equitable and respectful cross-cultural learning experiences. Educators need to critically examine resource selection and avoid perpetuating harmful stereotypes. Fourth, finding appropriate resources. Selecting authentic and respectful representations of diverse cultures is essential. Educators need to be critical of cultural representations and avoid perpetuating inaccurate or outdated information. And fifth, language barriers and communication breakdowns. Differences in languages and communication styles can pose challenges for effective communication and mutual understanding. Utilizing diverse teaching strategies and promoting collaborative learning can help overcome these hurdles. These challenges are really daunting, but we can't afford to back down as we don't want to forfeit the benefits. Hence, allow me to present the strategies for successful integration of cross-cultural perspectives. First, active learning and self-reflection. Encourage students to engage critically with cultural representations, actively seek diverse perspectives, and reflect on their own biases. This will promote deeper understanding and challenge ethnocentrism. Second, culturally sensitive pedagogy. Embrace diverse teaching methods and materials that reflect the specific needs and backgrounds of students. This could involve incorporating authentic cultural artifacts, engaging in collaborative projects with students from different cultures, and promoting open dialogue about cultural differences. Third, promote intercultural dialogue and collaboration. Create opportunities for students to interact with individuals from different cultures through virtual exchange programs, cultural events, or joint projects. This fosters mutual understanding and breaks down cultural barriers. And fourth, continuous learning and professional development. Educators themselves must strive to become culturally competent by engaging in ongoing learning about diverse cultures. This ensures they are equipped to navigate the complexities of intercultural education effectively. At this juncture, let me present the role of English in global education, particularly on policy, curriculum, and its impacts. English, the ubiquitous language of international communication, plays a complex and multifaceted role in global education. Its use permits curriculum development, language policies, and educational opportunities, generating both undeniable benefits and intriguing challenges. Here are its benefits in global education. First, access to knowledge and resources. English unlocks a vast repository of academic materials, scientific research, and technological advancements. Proficiency in English expands educational opportunities and empowers individuals to access global knowledge networks. Second, economic mobility and job opportunities. In an increasingly interconnected world, fluency in English enhances employability prospects. English skills open doors to international careers, higher salaries, and greater economic mobility for individuals and nations. Third, intercultural communication and understanding. English serves as a lingua franca, facilitating communication and collaboration across diverse cultures. This fosters intercultural understanding, promotes global citizenship, and reduces barriers to communication and international cooperation. Fourth, educational exchange and collaboration. English facilitates academic exchange programs, joint research projects, and international conferences. This enables sharing of best practices, cross-cultural learning, and collaborative problem-solving on a global scale. And the fifth, technological advancement and innovation. English dominates the digital world, with most online content and software available primarily in English. Proficiency in English allows individuals to participate in the information age, access technological advancements, and contribute to global innovation. Now let us move on the challenges and impacts of English in global education. First, linguistic hegemony and marginalization. The dominance of English can lead to linguicism, marginalizing and devaluing minority languages and cultures. This raises concerns about linguistic imperialism and cultural homogenization. Second, unequal access and educational inequality. Access to quality English language education varies significantly across regions and socioeconomic backgrounds. This exacerbates existing inequalities, creating disadvantages for those without adequate English proficiency. Third, loss of linguistic diversity and cultural identity. Over-reliance on English as the primary language of instruction can threaten the survival of minority languages and lead to the erosion of cultural heritage and identity. Fourth, standardization and loss of local context. Globalized curricula and standardized testing in English can overlook local context and diverse educational needs. This can lead to curriculum homogenization and stifle creativity and innovation in education. And fifth, teacher training and quality education. Implementing effective English language education requires well-trained and culturally competent teachers. Inadequate teacher training can hinder quality education and perpetuate biases in language teaching. To mitigate the negative impact and cope with the challenges of English in global education, the following policy and curriculum considerations are recommended. First, promoting multilingualism and cultural diversity. Integrating multilingualism into language policies and curricula can combat linguistic hegemony and celebrate linguistic diversity. This can involve valuing local languages alongside English, encouraging bilingualism, and promoting intercultural understanding. Second, contextualized curriculum development. Curriculum development should consider local context, cultural needs, and diverse learning styles. This can involve incorporating local knowledge, using English of instruction familiar to students, and adapting teaching methods to diverse cultural contexts. Third, culturally sensitive pedagogy. Teachers should employ culturally sensitive pedagogies that acknowledge and respect diverse cultural backgrounds and learning styles. This can involve using inclusive language, incorporating different communication styles, and creating safe and supportive learning environments for all students. And fourth, teacher training and professional development. Investing in ongoing teacher training and professional development is crucial for equipping educators with the skills and knowledge needed to teach English effectively in diverse cultural contexts. Indeed, in the era of globalization, language education serves as a crucial bridge, connecting individuals across diverse cultures. In this report, I have underscored the transformative journey of embracing global perspectives, emphasizing their role in fostering global citizenship, encouraging learning through diverse contexts, and promoting equity and inclusion. With this, I conclude that adopting global perspective in language education is a transformative force that enriches the educational experience. By fostering a global outlook, language education becomes a catalyst for building bridges, breaking down cultural barriers, and preparing individuals to navigate the complexities of our interconnected world. The commitment to creating inclusive and culturally responsive language education environments shapes a future where linguistic and cultural diversity are celebrated as pillars of strength in global community. Thank you once again. I am Severo Talipo signing off for now.